MLB 20 of the season 1 to 2 days. This is JD Jack Dawson, your egg and tuber. Two good gentlemen of the group, as I'm always a part of every time. Good at any time being. If you guys are joining in, want to catch more MLB 20, hit that red support button, like button, stay connected. Making sure we grow the correct way instead of the wrong way. My content's been pretty good as of late, and good stuff as of late. You guys have seen it a lot at this point. If there's anybody in the chat today, remember guys, hit that red support button, like button on somebody's video, so people can actually see what you guys been up to. If there's anybody in the chat that has two of them, two apps you guys can follow me under, that'd be Discord and Twitter. First thing about Twitter, you guys can stay connected with me as JD Zach Dawson. Give me your first and last name information from Titanic that I'm from on it. We're doing as good as you guys can, and if there's anybody in the chat that does have a Twitter, send me out, tweet me out, leave a comment, stay connected as good as you guys can. We're giving your first and last name information on it. And if there's anybody in the chat as well that has a Discord, so you guys can send me a friend request, tell me you guys said hello, and the way we always do things, guys, but having greatness for our channels, as like everybody's content has to be really good between greatness, love, respect, and kindness as it should be, so people can see what you've been up to. And that would be watching videos in full. We'd like them, share them, tweet them out, comment, stay connected. But as long as you guys leave a good, meaningful comment, it's all good, and people can see what you guys been doing. But enough about that today. You guys get easier news once we get the first 19 to 20 minutes today. So as you guys can see, today is the series finale in Detroit. As today, it is the 10-17 Tigers hosting the 18-8 San Diego Padres. In game 4 and 4 of the series finale in Detroit today, guys. You guys can see in the middle of the screen. On the mound for the 10-17 Tigers will be Michael Firmer, 1-2 1-loss record, 29 strikeouts with a 3.51 run average. And on the mound for the 18-8 Padres today, guys, is Mike Clevinger. Has a perfect 3-0 1-loss record. 44 strikeouts for 1.32 run average. So it is a good feeling that I'm off till Thursday again, guys, since I've always been having my work cut out for me, and you know. But it's better than nothing, making some great money, and my opponent will be making money real soon. She has a second part of her interview that's coming up tomorrow, and that would be 1 o'clock with tomorrow's Wednesday on it. So you guys can give a shout out to my opponent for that. So on the mound for the 10-17 Tigers in the series finale in Detroit this morning today, guys, in the chat, is Michael Firmer, right-handed thrower, completely. Has a 1-2 record with 3.51 run average. Playing on the right side. And there's a starting lineup for the 10-17 Tigers as listed today, guys, doing the chat at this point completely. Leading off first today, guys. Leading off first will be Victor Reyes at center. Nico Guerrero at DH as designated hitter. Samir Candelario at third. Zanza Scope at second. Will Casper at short. Cesar Cron at first. At left, Howard Castro. Jorge Bonifacio at right. And doing the catching is Jake Rogers in the ninth batting position. So Jake Rogers will have somebody else start completely. Running Rays, ragged. Jorge Bonifacio will be having a day off between averages a little bit. Have someone else come in. So how is everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are well. Happy Tuesday to you guys in the group. I, for one, will be with Ronnie Egg later on today. He's not going to be starting till around 1:30 this afternoon. As you guys can see, I have a little bit of sinuses since I sneezed a couple times today, but it'll end up clearing a little bit. But and also tonight, guys, you guys will have a new episode of Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PS4 completely, on the PS5 version. So we can actually see what we're going to be doing at this point. But I'll tell you guys in just a little bit, in just a second. So on the mound for 10-17 Tigers today, guys, it's Michael Furman. Making 6 out of his career, 1-2 record. 2 walks, 29 strikeouts completed. Between any good pitcher, between any good teams on it. And leading off first for the Padres will be Jake Cronenworth. Batting .281, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. First pitch by Palmer. You know what they say, guys? Any pitcher has a good hot hand. What if your pitcher is left or righty at this point? So people can choose anything that's in the basics. I did not watch ball a whole lot, but I only watched quite a bit. Half and half. Up top, 1-1. A ball, 1 strike completely. And that would be 1 ball, 1 strike completed on that area. So it all depends, guys. My opponent does want me to wait for her today so she can come in. But the little surprising note, guys, is during that tuber raid last night, apparently her channel did not get up there. My opponent's still at 9 and Bale's still at 50. I still don't think Bale's not going to be in until once we hit February next week, 1 and 2. And that would be for sure. And that's a ground ball to third. We're going to hang on to it, and that's a single. That's a single for the Padres. As the manager for the 10-17 Tigers would like to challenge if there was a single or an out completely. Usually any baseball team, guys, would have at a 30 at this point. Has the opportunity to challenge if the base runner hit from anything from a base, like say anything between first, second, and third. But in Madden NFL, guys, not only you have 1 challenge, you pretty much have 2 challenges with 3 timeouts between either side between 2 teams. So it's a good important thing to save some time to have some points scored or anything that's offensive and defensive. So that was a single for the Padres. Here comes Tommy Pham, left fielder, number 28. 8-game hitting streak, 14 for 37. Run on first, nobody out. And a runner will hold at first, completed on him. Gets signed down. It's the pitch by Fulmer. To the left for a strike. Has a batting average of .349, and that is number 8 in the National League. Of course, there's other power hitters that did very well when it comes to power hitting too, at this point. And that will be Carl from second. Runner first goes to second. With any good and powerful steal, guys, between first to second. The basis of stealing second to third is a little bit not that bad, or knowing what kind of speed you have. 1-1. To left, 2-1. Runner second, nobody out. I see news will be in just a little bit, but yeah, I will be with Runny Egg around 1:30 this afternoon. And if you guys always recall, we don't do S for S anymore. People do that, you know, your guys' channels will not have any more shoutouts. If YouTube sees that. If people use that 3-letter word too many times, so. Everybody always knows that, everybody's aware of it, and I guess we're doing the right thing. Up top, that's a strikeout. That is the first out for the Padres. First strikeout by Michael Fulmer. Runner will hold at second. And as far as spending time with my pun last night, it was good. It was good. We had a little more romantic evening yesterday after I got off work. Got done with the chat before then, and it was not bad for our future. And that's the second out for the Padres, but the second goes to third. But yeah, so my pun asked me when I was at our house finally, since we've been together for a long time, and taking one step at a time between our future. We had a little more romantic evening and spent some time together afterwards, and she surprised me with a little something before Valentine's Day. So, her and my favorite staff gave a little bit of a hint, but more importantly, my angel. Well, Myers is batting 207. Runner at third, 2 outs, and that's a ground ball to right center field. Gets under it, and that's an RBI single. That's a strikes first. 1-0 Padres, top of the third, 2 outs, runner at third. Runner at first. Series finale in Detroit. So yeah, my pun surprised me with hugs and kittens of Milwaukee a little bit, but it's all good. It's real nice. For good design, here comes Eric Hosmer, batting 218. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs driven in. 1-0 Padres, top of the first, 2 outs, runner at first. Series finale in Detroit. Well, you know what they say, guys, a couple deserves to spoil each other with anything they would like, as long as it's something romantic, like, say, roses, anything with love, with a little bit of romance completed. But and it only alarms, and only obtains between a woman and a man that have known each other for a long time and spend the rest of their lives together for a long time. That's what my love and I have been doing. My brother Mike and Bill have had it already. But whatever they're doing, it's pretty much private. It's all good. That's a third out, and the inning is over. We're going to 5 in the first. Series finale in Detroit. Padres 1, and the Tigers coming up to bat. So on the mound for the 18-8 Padres is any good pitcher between any team is Mike Clevinger. Clevinger making 6th start of his career. 3-0 perfect record. From 149 on Davis, I think. And leading off first for the Tigers would be Victor Reyes, 258, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs with them. So my opponent asked me if she wanted me to have, see what she got me last night or wait till Valentine's Day. But, you know, I'm like, you know what, we had a little something together, so this is actually a long story, so I'm like, honestly, kisses and kittens is real nice, you know. As long as you know what the woman or the man deserves to have when it comes to Valentine's Day. What if it's love, passion, having a romantic dinner, or anything you guys can think of too, you know. Everybody's can be able to do something between their future. But other than that, I'm just spoiling my opponent in a couple weeks on the 14th soon. Once my opponent already knows what I'm getting her very shortly, so you guys may have a clue or two. But between Bill and my brother Mark, I'm not gonna even try to say much of anything, but it's only between those two completed, and that's a strikeout. First out for the Tigers. First strikeout by Mike Clevinger. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, everybody knows how to spoil somebody so far, you know. And people can also spoil a little bit of one of family members too, you know. The family members can spoil any time they would like, or anything that's more perfect, or anything that's with love and respect on it. Here comes Nico Goodrum, batting 283, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs driven in. Yeah, guys, that's what this group is always about between Runniak and Tuber. It's about love, respect, and staying connected with people that can see what you guys been up to and what kind of videos you've been doing. When you look at my videos, for example, guys, between the two groups in one, they've been pretty good. And last night's chat, it was really good. So far my second place for this year is 24 likes. I was doing a new episode of Black Ops Cold War, and that's a strikeout. That's a second out for the Tigers. Second strikeout by Mike Clevinger. Rising news will be in a couple more minutes, guys, at this point. Work last night was good. Work was good. I go back Thursday, Friday, and I'm off Saturday coming up, so. And once GameStop's are going to be headlined anytime right now. At least not right now at this point. I also want to give a shout out to Teen Zane. Thank you, my man, for sharing me out. Keep up good work. Stay safe. We're going to get to news in just a little bit. We have a little more stuff to carry in. Has 13 RBIs, 1-1. At the bottom, 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm going to wait to go on the bottom in a few minutes. The bottom, 2 and 2. Yeah, Candler is batting 250 today, guys. Between no squeeze. And that will be a pop-up to center field. Gets to it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. 1 inning of play today, guys. This is finale in Detroit from the top of the second. Padres 1, Tigers nothing. And leading off next for the Padres will be Austin Nola. Batting .224, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs driven in. You guys are having Valhalla tonight, and then, speaking of Black Ops Cold War, you guys are having a new episode tomorrow night. We're now in 25 to an hour and a half as we speak. That's a ground ball to center field. Picks it up, and that's a single. It's a single for the Padres. The guys also want a shout-out in the group, the Running Egg and Tuber. You guys let me know. We're going to try to deliver something for you, if we can. As long as you pay good tributes and deliver great content the way we always do in this group, every time. As you guys know the good stuff on it. And runner is caught out trying to steal second. From first to second. First out for the Padres. As the runner at first was slugging to steal second. And trying to make a little impact between the few. And that is the first strike. Ferguson profiles batting .220. To left, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We had a 6-year career with the Athletics and the Texas Rangers. Up top, foul ball to right, 1-2. You guys let me know if you guys have anything romantic going on for Valentine's Day at this point. But I'm saving the best for last for my angel, so. And it's also between Bale and my brother Prince Mark too, to see what they're going to be doing, so it's okay. Not a big deal. It's all about love, people doing what they're supposed to do, and good stuff it will normally happen. Real quick at this point. 2-2. But there are a couple of big ideas that I'm going to be doing, that I will be doing for my angel very soon. And once, yes, guys, I still have those days approved. It's the 15th and the 12th coming up in a couple weeks too. To the left, 3-2. Up next is Greg Allen, 261 average. He's on deck. 3-2. And that will be a ground ball close to second. Gets to it. Good throws. The first, second out for the Padres. So let's see when it comes out of it, guys. Goes down under. Here comes Greg Allen. 261, 1 home run, 3 RBIs driven in. Pitch by Fomer from the stretch. Up top, at the bottom, excuse me. Came a 6th round pick in the 2014 draft. And that'll be a pop up to home base, foul territory to the left. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. And it's Padres leave 1 for the bottom of the second. Series finale in Detroit. Padres 1, Tigers nothing. Due up for the Tigers to be Jonathan Scope for batting position, batting .211. Let's see what else we're doing so far. Okay, guys, we're gonna get some news right about now. The best way you guys can gain support. Records between Scope versus Clevinger, 2 for 9, and after 222, and with 2 strikeouts. But yeah, the best way you guys can gain support with love, support, and staying connected all together is hitting that red support button, like button, stay connected, and leave a good powerful comment so people can see what you guys been up to. Up top, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike. But not only you guys can send me out on Twitter, actually on YouTube, that's part of the group. That's a strikeout to the right. First out for the Tigers. So it's strikeout by Mike Clevinger. You guys can also follow me on Twitter. It's Dating Zach Dawson. Send me out, tweet me out, leave a comment on Twitter. So you guys can send me your first and last name information. It has to be. It's always recommended to have 2 words in one at this point, so you guys can do the same thing for that. By leaving a good comment. Well, Cass was batting .195. So we'll see what we can do for it. At the bottom, 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes. Was acquired by the Indians in 2018. So yeah, and also for Discord, That's giving you first some information through that. Another strikeout. Second out for the Tigers. Fourth strikeout by Mike Clevinger. Holy cow. So yeah, the numbers are on my Twitter are basically still the same between even numbers instead of odd. And that is 824-656-00. Got to do that. The bottom, first strike. CJ Cron is batting 156, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs driven in. Yeah, the thing about Discord is, do the same thing through Discord. Those are the only two apps you guys can follow me under, as good as you guys can. That'd be Discord and Twitter. Send me a phone request, send me a request to the groups, so we can chat anything you guys like, and tell me you guys said hello. Anything you guys are looking forward to this year, we can discuss some of that together, as a family, 2 and 1. And that'll be fly ball to right center field. We're going to get under it quite a bit more, and it is gone. And that's the solo shot of CJ Cron, third of his career solo shot. 356 feet, 98.4 miles per hour for exit velocity. And that is his third one of his career. That would be CJ Cron. And CJ Cron, guys, to right center field. Which I'm hoping there might be an idol this year, hopefully, when this virus dies out very quickly. Harold Castle's batting 218, 3 runs, 6 RBIs driven in. 1-1, bottom of second, 2 outs. Series finale in Detroit. But it's all good. As most of us can bring together with love, respect, and support. As good as we can. That'll be foul ball to right, 1 and 2. We'll walk 2 strikes. Yes, okay guys, today is January 26th already. And so as soon as we get to February, it'll be Black History Month, I think. I would assume. But that's just a little slight guess. 2 and 2. Bottom big strikeout. And the inning is over. Series finale in Detroit. We'll go to top of the third. Tigers 1, Padres 1. We'll get to news in a few minutes, in just a moment. Leading off next for the Padres will be Greg Garcia, batting 176. Pitched by Fulmer. And that'll be ground ball to left center field. That'll be a fair ball together. And that's a single. That's a single for the Padres. Alright guys, first article. 12 hours ago, Resident Evil's Maiden is the latest reminder of how great demos are. Well, Resident Evil's been around for a long time, since the first time they came out with it was the very first console they came in with. Ground ball across the second. Throws the second. Throws the first in time. Double plays, second out for the Padres. Oh my. Yeah, I for one have not tried the demo for Resident Evil Village, but I've heard it does look real nice. Real nice and a little more specific on gameplay and the fan base. You know, I don't know when the game's coming out, but I do think it'll come out this year. That's Sweet Syllables, first in the National League. But we'll see what happens in the chat. I may try it sometime before it comes out. The bottom, second strike. You guys can check out all video game shirts that are on sale at the IGN store. Anything you guys like, IGN may have some of it, a lot of it, only 2. To the left, big strikeout, and the inning is over. So we'll see how it's going to play out. With a bottom of the third, series finale in Detroit, Padres 1, and the Tigers 1. Why Harry Potter belongs on HBO Max, not in theaters. Well, I did hear a little bit about, I did check out a little bit with that this week. Even though Harry Potter's been out for a long time, and I think it's almost, even though it's compared to that and Fantastic Beasts, which Fantastic Beasts will be making the third one soon. So we'll see how that comes around. But it's never the same without Rupert Grint, Daniel Radcliffe, and Emma Watson at this point. Up next for the Tigers will be Jacoby Jones, batting 200. The pitch by Clevinger. So it all depends. I mean, I think it's coming into HBO Max very shortly, but I don't know what kind of date it would be. But we'll see what happens there. 0-1. The bottom 0-2. I mean, I've seen Harry Potter plenty of times, ever since it came out the first time since '97. At the bottom, big strikeout. First out for the Tigers. So let's see what happens there. GameStop traders say why they went big on the DME stock squeeze. Let me double check that one, guys. And see what kind of not bad of a box we're looking at, too. Okay, that's a long article between a couple things. Here comes Austin Romine, batting .222. Hey, what's up, Leon? Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are you this morning, buddy? Last game was 1 for 3 of a single. 2 made it 2 as Lovecraft Country. Showrunner as director. Ooh, that should be a little more interesting, I would assume. And that's usually according to P12. But how you been this morning, Leon? Ah, good. Doing good. They're gonna say I'm off till Thursday. But did you watch any Monday Night Raw last night, buddy? My opponent's not gonna be in after she gets herself up after 8:30 this morning. She told me to wait for her last night. So we'll see what we can do. 2-2. Godzilla versus Kong. Why is Kong so bad? To the right, big strikeout. Out number 2 for the Tigers. But, well, I did have a good romantic evening last night. Long story. So, here comes Victor Reyes back to the lineup. He's 0 for 1. PS5 sculptors used. Hold on a second. Bottom, 1 ball. No strike. PS5 sculptors used a loophole to buy stock before it was live in the United Kingdom. Watching a Monday Night Raw, heard WWE Network is going to Peacock. Yeah. I actually haven't watched a video from Tim on it, but how do you feel about it? I mean, I don't use Peacock TV, so I really don't. To the left, 2 and 1. The only 2 apps that you guys can already know that I only use is I use part of Netflix for my family. I use Hulu, and I use my own Disney Plus altogether. And when it's a little bit later on this week, when I go back to work, I'm going to be paying my phone bill soon. Once we'll get to that real shortly. And that'll be pop-up to left, foul territory to left, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But it's all good. We go to the top of the 4th, series finale in Detroit. Tigers 1, Padres 1. So we'll see what happens so far today. Get to more news in a second. Due for the Padres to be Manny Machado. Grounded out his first time, 0 for 1 in the ball game. But yeah, I don't use Peacock TV. I mean, I've heard maybe just a few things, but not for me. To the left, 1 strike. Last 6 runs scored. Excuse me. Had a little cough in my throat a little bit. Give me a moment. Bottom, 2nd strike. Alright guys, Disney Parks have changed the Jungle Cruise ride over long-standing racism complaints. I'll read the chat. I'm going to free apps, Pluto TV, it's free on. Oh, that's good. What do you think of it? I mean, I've heard of the app, but I've never used it at this point, so I've wouldn't up into the app a whole lot, and that's a single for the Padres. So I've didn't find plenty of good stuff on it. I got good news on TikTok, and I got 1,000 followers, and I can run up a minute. We had a few. Will Myers is 1 for 1 for an RBI and a single. Run at first, nobody out. And I can live stream on it. Oh, that's nice. That's usually better than nothing. 18-8 Padres looking to fuse a little bit. Bit of a style change. Run at first, nobody out. First pitch coming, here it is. So we'll see what happens there. The left, first ball, no strike. Last game was 1 for 3 with a solo shot. To the right, 2-0. 2 balls, no strike. Konami explains why it's restructured its game development divisions. Well, Konami is a real good company when it comes to great shooting games like, say, Metal Gear Solid, you know, and other stuff, too. That's a long article. But I don't know what Konami's going to be doing next, since Kojima's not coming back to them. So we'll see what Konami's planning to do for this year. 2-2. To left 3-2. On deck is Eric Cosmo, 216 average. He's on deck. 19 million people, guys. 19 million people got Star Wars Battlefront 2 for free from the Epic Game Store. Oh, that's pretty much impressive. 3-2. At the bottom, ball 4. First walk by Michael Firmer. As he walks Will Myers for the 18-8 Padres today. That's a long article. That'll bring up Eric Cosmo. Struck out his first time, 0 for 1. First and second, nobody out. It's like cable TV. Hold up a minute. Let me go back to the chat. Cable Cell, moving on demand is TNA Impact Channel Cell or TNA Cells. Oh, that's good. That's usually not bad. It's a career hence of 9 seasons of 1,473. It's a little more tremendous. But that's pretty much very sweet. Let's see if there's any more news so far this morning. You guys will get more tonight once we do Assassin's Creed. Foul ball to left, 0-2. Platforming Modern Classic Celeste gets a surprise semi-sequel. I've never played the game, but I've heard maybe that's one good thing out of it, maybe. That's a ground ball to second. Throws to second. Throws the first double play, out number 2 for the Padres. Right on second goes to third. As Will Myers not moving well, he had a leg pain. So it's going to be not coming in, since he might be out for a few days for it. Up next is Austin Nola. Sitting on the second inning, he's 1 for 1. Runner at third, 2 outs. We want Sting beat Zeb Zarrett. Well, those two are good ones, or real nice competitors. Especially Sting at this point, so. Okay guys, let me get to this article real quick. Well, Sting is going to have a match with Darby Allin in the tag team match against FTW champion Brian Cage and Will Hobbs or somebody. That'll be to the right, makes the catch, and the inning is over. We're going to bottom of the 4th. Series finale in Detroit. Tigers 1, Padres 1. As you guys can see, Trent Gresham will be number 2 as right fielder for the 18-8 Padres. But you guys have heard of a game called Celeste, correct? Back in 2018. 2 well for the Tigers with Nico Goodrum. He's 0 for 1. Pitched by Clevinger. Up top, 0-1. Last game's 0 for 3 strikeouts. Okay guys, according to John Olderman today, the developers of 2018 Celeste have released a surprise semi-sequel to mark the game's 3rd anniversary. But yeah guys, it's going to be a 3-year anniversary this year for Celeste. And Celeste director Manny Thorson has posted the news to Twitter. Tell you in a minute, bottom, 2-1. Tom and Jerry looks like action, I see previews. Yeah, Tom and Jerry doesn't look too bad. I do think it'll be good. I think it'll have a good review, but the way the classics roll around, it all depends. Bottom 3-2. Up next, Samir Candelario, 248, 6 home runs, 13 RBIs driven in. He's on deck. As you guys can see, Celeste director Manny Thorson revealed that Celeste 2, Lonnie's thing, foul ball to right, 3-2. It's Lonnie's track or Celeste Classic 2. To the left, big strikeout. Somebody thought it was going to be a walk, but that's the first out for the Tigers. Safe strikeout by Mike Clevinger. There goes nothing, guys. Hey, what's up, Ruby? How you doing? How you doing? Good. Welcome to the chat. Are you from Ronniego, Tuba? So Mike Candelarian's 0 for 1 for pop out his first time. As both of those two is a sequel to the original prototype. Between the game itself, the bottom 0-2. Last 10 games had 2 doubles and 7 ribbies. And the game, the game itself is Celeste. That's at the bottom, strikeout. Second out for the Tigers. That's strikeout by Mike Clevinger. But how you been today, Ruby? Are you under running egg or tuber? Let me know. But yeah, it's built in Pico 8. Now, Pico 8, guys, let's see if you guys have heard of it. I myself have never heard of it during this group. That'll be Jonathan Scope. He's 0 for 1 for strikeout in second inning. And the thing about Pico 8, guys, is a fantasy video game console game that the engine that allows at the bottom, 1 and 1, between the angle. Oh, nice. So, what do you do for your channel? Anything good? You can let me know, by the way. Now, the thing about this game, guys, between Pico 8, but that's a little more clarifying, it allows it for games to be played within a browser, inside a browser, not a strikeout, and the inning is over. You get more on this article in a second. Go to the top of the 5th. Series finale in Detroit. Padres 1 and Tigers 1. Hold on, let me double check what we're looking at real quick. I hear Goldberg might be replaced with Braun Strowman, that's rumors. Are we thinking WrestleMania, or is he going to be in the Rumble? I mean, I haven't heard much of anything on Braun Strowman, but we'll see. Now, the thing about Celeste, guys, is this means you can play Celeste Classic 2 right now. If you guys can follow this one link to the game's its.io page. Now, according to a short description, on its that channel, I make a guessing games for those who still need watch time hours. Sometimes I do growth stream. That's good. Well, Running Egg and Tuber are the best ones that can make some great stuff happen, you know, and they really do. I'm always under their name. That'd be a ground ball to right, picks it up, throws the first, 1 out for the Padres. And, do you like my content, Ruby? Or how good do you think my content is? You can check it out anytime you like. My content's been pretty good, as of late. My second place views is 95 views. When I was doing the 4th episode of Spider-Man Miles Morales on the weekends, which you guys get new episodes every weekend. You guys also, and my highest likes too is 29. Well, my highest overall likes I've had. Back to the mound, votes the first, second out for the Padres. But I love your content. I like your content too. Yep. Now we're connected to your paradise. You went through. Oh, awesome content. Thank you. Gary Garcia's 1 for 1. Like I said, my content's been pretty good. The Running Egg and Tuber. I'm gonna be with Running Egg later on today. At this point. Let me get back to news in a second. Greg Garcia's 1 for 1. Up top 2-0. The thing about this one, guys, since Select Classic 2 was built in just 3 days, my content are cooking and sometimes golf. Golf I used to play on PS2 when I was playing on the PS2 one time. Up next is Zay Cronenworth, batting 286, he's on deck. Leon, you and I talked a little bit about golf in the past that I used to play on PS2. I mean, one of my favorite songs when it comes to Hostage Golf 3, 2, and 4, I used to play the crap out of those games for PS2. So basically, my favorite shot that I like doing, my favorite shot is doing the backspin when it comes to getting close to the green. And my least favorite shot is getting +2 on strokes between out of bounds. And the bottom, that is a walk. As Fulmer walks, as he walks. Sir, you can drop your link in the chat. If you guys want to follow my pun or barrel in the chat, my pun's trying to get himself back up there. I'm trying to help as good as I can. Jake Cronenworth's 1 for 2, run the first 2 outs. But if you can follow one of 2 or both of them, Ruby, that's okay. That'd be okay if you'd like. Last game was 0-4 with 3 strikeouts. I'll double check the chat in a second. Up to the left, 1-1. So basically, guys, when Celeste came out in 2018, it shot a 10 out of 10. So that right there, I've heard is a pretty good game because it came out a couple years ago. So So, I don't know. Maybe. But I've got enough games I'm buying this year for my #1 seed. It'll be 8 weeks coming up in the weekend. That'll be ground ball to center and almost had a diving catch. And that will be a double. That's a double for the Padres. 4th double by Jake Cronenworth for the 18-8 Padres today. And there's also an 18 minutes of early access of King Arthur's Knight's Tales. That should be nice. 2nd and 3rd, 2 routes. To the right for a strike. And you guys can see yourselves news. You guys will get more tonight once we do Valhalla. Tommy Pham's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Like I said, Ruby, my content's been pretty damn good since it was. I had a good tuber raid last night. And it's pretty good. That's why my content's been pretty good, because of you guys. With great content comes great responsibility. We're making art, making some great stuff you can do. To the right, and that's the 3rd out. Completed. Let me double check in a few. To the bottom of the 5th. Since for now in Detroit. Tigers 1, Padres 1. Okay, let me double check real quick. In case if you're not connected to me. It's okay. But yeah, you can drop your channel, Ruby, in the chat. As long as we don't use the super 3-letter word, you guys will be fine at this point. But yeah, drop your link in the chat, if you don't mind, Ruby. If you want to follow my pudding and barrel, that'd be okay too. But can you follow one of the two, Ruby, if you don't mind? Broadcast was 0 for 1 for strikeout in the 2nd inning. Like I said, everybody's part of the family now. Leon and I go way back. Since the first day we talked to each other. Him and I are big wrestling fans, the same with D-Family, and I don't know if the other one from last week in the chat is a big wrestling fan. But yeah, but Leon, we really had to get some wrestling out of last night. I do know the main event was the Raw Women's Championship, and that's a ground ball to 2nd. And to the right, throws it away, and that's a single. No connection to Paradise 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, I would think so. I think. And that's an E6. But I think so. We have to talk some Raw from last night, Leon. I mean, the cell was good. But you know what they say, the Royal Rumble's coming up this Sunday. I did look some of the previews that I looked at coming out of YouTube. But like I said, the cell was not bad, to be honest. TJ Kwan is 1 for 1. Run on first, nobody out. It's a pitch by Clevinger. But yeah, other than that, I do know Riddle. Matt Riddle, aka Riddle, will be facing Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship at the Royal Rumble. It's acting weird. She was on a rocking horse. Damn right she was, Leon. Ryder looking to steal 2nd. And that would be ground ball close to 3rd. And that will be to the 1st, 1 out for the Tigers. Ryder in 1st. Here comes Harold Castro. Struck out in 2nd inning, he's 0 for 1. Ryder 2nd, 1 out. Indians 5, Yankees 2 in New York City. The match was not bad, and then guess who came back to Raw last night? And that would be the one that was wearing a mask for a couple weeks, and that would be Randy Orton. So at the end of the match, or almost at the end of the match, before the end of that, Randy Orton was behind Alexa Bliss and gave her an RKO. So I don't know what's going to be happening. And that's a strikeout at the bottom. Throws the 1st, 2nd out for the Tigers. I mean, do we know what this is going to be leading to? I mean, the feeds could be coming back soon. I don't know if it's going to be at the Rumble or not. Jacoby Jones 0 for 1 for strikeout in the 3rd inning. Run out 2nd, 2 outs. But there's a little bit of a crazy theory. A little bit of a theory that if I were to pick who's going to be winning the Men's Royal Rumble, I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan or Keith Lee for sure, going into WrestleMania. To the right, 1 and 1. As far as the Women's Royal Rumble goes, You guys can tell me in the chat. 1-1. Up top, 0-2. But yeah, what I can see is maybe Alexa Bliss getting a rematch at WrestleMania. I don't know, but it all depends. 1-2, and that's a strikeout looking. And the side is retired. Dodgers 1, Pirates nothing in Pittsburgh. We played 5 innings today, guys. Since now in Detroit. Top of the 6th. Padres 1, Tigers 1. So what do you see that leading off with, Leon? With Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. Do well for the Padres is Manny Machado. Single in the 4th inning, he's 1 for 2. But you know what they say, Ruby? Everybody's part of the family now to Ronnie Yank and Tuba Chat. You guys can check out what Tuba's been doing. He knows how to make channels come good and handy. As good as possible. Manny Machado's 1 for 2. That's the first strike. No ball, 1 strike. Former from the stretch. At the bottom, 1 ball, 1 strike. By the way, Ruby, did you follow my pun or what do you call it, Barrel? Barrel's up by 41, and my pun wants to really get back up there. Former channel. To the right makes the catch, first out for the Padres. Here comes Trent Gresham for the replacement, batting .214. It's a pitch by Fulmer. At the bottom, 1 ball, no strike. Became a first-round pick in the past. 1 ball, no strike. That'll be skyrocket to deep left, and that'll be bounced off the wall, and that will be a double. And that's a double for the Padres. They're doubled by Trent Gresham for the 18-8 Padres today. So since wearing that weird dress, but you seem cute. But it all depends, guys. I mean, do we think that Alexa Bliss is going to win the Rumble, or is Sarah Fair repeating? I mean, that's a tough call, but the only one that I believe that's going to win is maybe Bianca Belair. That sounds Sasha Banks at WrestleMania, I think. That would be just my guess. What are you saying, Leon? Runner at second, 1 out. To the right, 1-1. I mean, that's what I can possibly seeing being added at this point. If Bianca Belair wins the Royal Rumble this Sunday, I can see her challenging Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title, possibly. To foul territory, the home base makes catch, second out for the Padres. Right over hold at second. So it all depends of how much it can really observe a little bit more. And checking out Raw last night, it was finally a face-off competition between Goldberg and the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre as well. And depending who's going to be facing Roman at Mania, it all depends. And that's a RBI single off the bat, and it's now 2-1 Padres. Series finale in Detroit. Cool. How to change my TikTok name to Cheeseburger. Well, cheeseburgers are nice to have too. A couple of good toppings and sweet toppings there. That's what it should be. 2-1 Padres, top of the 6th, runner at first, 2 outs. Series finale in Detroit. At the bottom, 1 strike. And that'll bring up Zergensen profile. 2 groundouts, 0 for 2, 5 for 9 for a home run and an RBI. My opponent should be in the chat a little bit shortly. I can watch some girl on Facebook. Oh my. Wednesday was almost wistful thinking. That's for sure. 1 ball, 1 strike. At the bottom, 2-1. So it all depends, guys. You guys will get more news tonight once we do Assassin's Creed tonight. That'll be ground ball close to second. And it gets away from it, and that will be a double. That's a double for the Padres. Second double by Zergensen Profile for the 18-8 Padres today. Whoever that woman was, Leon, I have no successful clue at this point. Like I said, guys, my content's been pretty good. Second and third, 2 outs. At the bottom, 1 ball, no strike. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. I also do know, guys, my opponent has... He's going to be finishing part of her interview. But he does not know what outs he's going to be working at that nursing home. But I do know she's going to be getting a lot of money very shortly. One of you guys may know how much he's getting. Alright, you stay safe too, Ruby. Be careful, stay connected, and keep up good work. Big ground ball to third. Picks it up, throws the first in time, and the inning is over. Padres wave a couple. Go to bottom of the 6th inning. Says finale in Detroit. Padres 2, Tigers 1. Due up next for the Tigers to be Austin Romine. He's 0 for 1 for strikeout in the 3rd inning. Anything we can do to help, Ruby? You're welcome back anytime you like. It's all good. 10 and 17. Tigers like to get a little something going, a little bit. Speaking of what on Facebook is a bit odd. Well, some women are odd. No offense to Beryl and my pudding, though. It's all good. But other than that, yeah, after Raw last night, it was not bad. It was so. That'll be fly ball to right center field. Gets to its target, makes the catch, 1 out for the Tigers. But other than that, let me ask you this, Leon. Do you think Bianca Belair is going to win the Rumble this Sunday? I would love Zadie. I'm just at work right now, okay? Bye bye. Have a good morning, Ruby. I'll see you tonight. And don't work too hard. I sometimes don't if it starts getting a little more busy. I don't waste any time with you guys doing the chat or at my job at Walmart. Record between Reyes and Squavinger, 3 for 12 and 4 strikeouts. And it's all good, though. At the bottom, 1 ball, 1 strike. All I tell you guys is stay safe and don't get sick or anything. To the bottom right, 1 and 2.
Well-executed fastball right at the knees.
When it almost necessarily has to come down to 1 of 2, I think. At the bottom, another strikeout. 2nd out for the Tigers. Oh, RCD is already down and out too. I hope Bianca wins when she's... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I didn't watch the rest of the match. I didn't watch the rest of the match with Riddle taking on the Hurt Business of members 3 out of 4. But at least Riddle has earned himself a U.S. title opportunity against Bobby Lashley coming up at the Rumble. To the right, that's an out, and the inning is over. We played 6 innings today, guys. Series finale in Detroit. Go to top of the 7th. Padres 2, Tigers 1. Up next for the Padres will be Greg Garcia, last batting position. 1 for 1 for single in the 3rd inning. 4 for 18 for an average of 222. 18-8 Padres looking to rise a bit up today, with a little more of an extra push behind that one. If found any twists. As there will be a different pitcher coming in. This is coming in a little more certain. And coming in for serve will be none other. Coming in for serve. And on the mound for the 10-17 Tigers will be Joe Jimenez, making the 6th game appearance. For 104 or an average, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Marlins 1, Redbirds nothing in St. Louis. And that'll be a bunt attempt to left. Picks it up, throws the first, 1 out for the Padres. But Leon, who do you have winning the United States title? Do you see Lashley retaining or Riddle becoming the next champ? Because if Riddle wins, he'll be the first one to win the United States title between other competitors have. Behind that, I got Jake Cronenworth, 2 for 3, but double, single, and had a run. And I think it would set up a rematch between the two at Mania or something, or Fastlane. That'll be fly ball to right, and it's gone. That's a bullet up to the right, and that's gone. Jake Cronenworth, his 4th home run of his career, solo shot. 365 feet, 99.7 miles per hour exit velocity. That is the 4th overall shot by Jake Cronenworth. As it's now 3-1 Padres. Series finale in Detroit. I'll play RE2 Remake on TikTok just for an hour. Oh, that's nice. So what do you think of the remake? 3-1 Padres, top of the 7th, 1 out. Series finale in Detroit. The bottom, 1 strike. But I would maybe think he would win. It all depends. You also have the WWE Championship as well. Goldberg challenging McIntyre as champ. I don't know. Like I said, Goldberg needs to stop winning titles, going after titles. He doesn't need another championship. I mean, from what I've heard from somebody at work is that that's foul ball to right 1 and 2. It's like if Goldberg loses, I could see him maybe challenging Roman, getting a secret to Roman and challenging him for the Universal Championship at Mania. I mean, I think it'd be another rematch behind that. Second out for the Padres. Here comes Manny Machado. 1 for 3 with a single in the 4th inning. I think it might be leading up to that. I mean, I don't think, what do you call it? Goldberg is winning that WWE Championship, I would assume. Do you see that, Leon? Or not really? As far as the last man standing match between Kevin Owens taking on facing Roman Reigns for the title, it all depends. Hey, what's up, Gab? How you doing? Ground ball to center. Throws the first in time, and the side is retired. Manny Machado with that solo shot to deep right center field. That's a bullet up the gap. Boom goes the ball. Goodbye. It's gone between riddance on it. But the bottom of the 7th, series finale in Detroit. Padres 3, Tigers 1. Due up for the Tigers be Samir Candelario. He's 0 for 2. Gets a sign down. It's a pitch by Clevinger. At the bottom angle, 0-1. Record between Candelario versus Clevinger, 3 for 18 with 9 strikeouts. The finale of 167. Well, I don't think Miz is going to be having false hope if he catches in for the second time. I mean, he's the only one that fucking main event WrestleMania back then, beating John Cena, and you know, I don't know how long he's going to hold that championship for. It all depends. That's the first out for the Tigers. 14th strikeout by Mike Clevinger. I'm doing not okay. I mean, I'm not in a good mood right now. Oh, okay. What's wrong with you today, Gab? What happened? Here comes Jonathan Scope. 2 strikeouts, 0 for 2. Royals 1, Rays nothing in Tampa. But everything okay, Gab? And that's a shot to deep left center, and it is almost a good hit. But that's foul. 1 strike. At the bottom, 1 ball, 1 strike. Athletics 3, Astros 1 in Houston. Well, feel free to tell me what happened, Gab. That'd be okay. Everybody's part of the family now. All I know is talking things out and working things out is good to have, too. Whatever happens, as long as we put our mind to it all together. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the right, 1 and 2. White Sox 3, Angels 1 in Los Angeles. My point will be in the chat a little later. I don't think he's busy tonight either. Especially when it comes to playing Yahtzee. Because I'm the only one that can say it and make my opponent laugh afterwards, so. At the bottom, big strikeout. Second out for the Tigers.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been 3 times already. He and this lineup are.
Here comes Bowie Castro, shortstop, number 49. He struck out, based on now, he's 0 for 2. 10 and 17 Tigers, we're going to pile up a bit more. Between any other teams that can try to get a little more of a momentum on the side. But what do you think, Leon? To the left, 1-0. Reds 4, D-backs nothing in Cincinnati.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they got a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for.
Yeah, McIntyre, Goldberg return the Raw face to face. And that'll be a shot to the mid-right center field, and it'll get a little off the wall, and that will be a double. That's a double for the Tigers. Holy cow! As far as a cold steal, I for one am not playing that set, to be honest. I'm still waiting for other games to come out this year. You guys already know what they are, especially with my 3 pre-orders, and that is Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga coming out last day of May, and Far Cry 6 coming out in May as well. These icons 1 for 2 with a Helmer in the second. Runner at second, 2 outs. At the bottom, 1 ball, 1 strike. By the way, guys, did I tell you my pun spoiled me of why I'm waiting, not waiting until Valentine's Day? Let me know in the chat. At the bottom, 1 and 2.
What I love right there is just the
Yeah, it seems like Juan's 1 for 2. You can't get there too quick.
but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Okay, my pun's almost up there, I think. To the left, 2 and 2. Like I said earlier, I'll say it again. Do we see Goldberg winning that championship? Hopefully not. To the right, that's a strikeout, and the inning is over. But it all depends. We'll play 7 innings today, guys. Series finale in Detroit. At the top of the 8th. Padres 3, Tigers 1. Due up next for the Padres will be Swing Gresham, 1 for 1 for double and had a run. Gets a side down. The pitch by Jimenez. So bottom left, ball 1. Attendance today, guys can see 27,541. Up top, 2-0. What's that for fake PS5? The name of a Plague on 5 is a fake PS5. Okay. That's not bad. The bottom, 3rd ball, no strike. Up next, Eric Hosmer. 212, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs for Benin. He's on deck. Indians 5, Yankees 5 in New York City. At the bottom, 3 and 1. But I think Gab might be okay, guys. Whatever's bothering him, he'll be okay. All he needs is a little more happiness. Ground ball, and it gets away from him. And that's a single. Well, not a single, that's a double. That's a double for the Padres. 4th double by Twig Gresham for the 18-8 Padres today. Holy cow. Get about 6 likes, get it up there, guys. I actually did get a real nice tuba raid last night. It's really good. Here comes Eric Hosmer. Plopped it out in 6 innings, 0 for 3. Runner at second, nobody out. Man of 7, Rangers 4 in Texas. And that'll be fly ball to right center. Gets under it closely. Makes the catch, 1 out for the Padres. Runner at second, looking to go to 3rd. And runner is safe at 3rd. Here comes Austin Nola, 6th batting position. Has 2 singles, an RBI, and 2 for 3. Runner at 3rd, 1 out. Gets a sign down. Jimenez from the stretch. To the upper left, 0-1. But as far as TikTok goes, I for one don't use TikTok a whole lot. I really don't. That'd be a ground ball, and that's throw to 1st. 2nd out for the Padres. Runner is holding to 3rd. Here comes Jurgensen Pro Farm. 1 for 3 for double in the 6th inning. 6-10 for an home run and an RBI. Pirates 2, Dodgers 1 in Pittsburgh. Foul ball to right, 0-1. So what do you see happening with the Royal Rumble matches? I was watching a little some over the weekend. Any feel good surprises, returns, or any return to the ring? I do know the Radar Superstar Edge is coming back to the Rumble. And that's a ground ball to right center field. And it will be an RBI double. That's a 3-1 by Jurgensen Profile for the 18-8 Padres, as it's now 4-1 Padres. Series finale in Detroit. But yeah, Tim from Pro Wrestling Unlimited, Leon, said that we might be able to get some good surprises, hopefully, for debuts. Well, 4-1 Padres, top of the 8th, 2 outs, runner at second. This finale in Detroit. But yeah, I do know Ez is coming back. Ground ball to second, gets away again, and that's a single. And that's going as an E4. I mean, I do know Ez is coming, making his return to the Men's Royal Rumble this Sunday. But how would it be to sit down and when it's a good opportunity? You'll hope CM Punk, possibly. But it all depends. Here comes Greg Garcia, 1 for 2. Single in the 3rd inning. First and third, 2 outs. I'm going to size my phone a little bit. It's down to 52 to 54. Okay, there we go. It's the pitch by Jimenez. To the left, 1-0. Yeah, Ez is coming back. Okay, what about this? What about this woman diva? You're not going to talk about her, Leon. What do you think about Tessa Blanchard? What do you think about Tessa Blanchard maybe at the Rumble? I think it would be a little more shocking. Tessa Blanchard is the very first woman to become the Impact World Champion. The first woman to do it in the wrestling history. I mean, ever since Chyna did it, a little bit, I think. Can't recall. And I think she did or something. Can't recall. Go to bottom of the 8th inning. 6th finale in Detroit. Padres 4, Tigers 1. And on the mound for the 18-8 Padres, so you see Kirby Yates. 9th game appearance. 2 saves for 2.25 on Davids, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Oh, you obtained the second. Up next for the Tigers will be Harold Castro. Struck out twice, he's 0 for 2. Let me go back to the chat for a minute. I have a feeling that The Rock's coming back. Yeah. Well, I think he'll have a good return. I mean, do you see him challenging Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? I mean, I think him and Roman will have a really good match. For sure. Trust me. Between good friends, actually. And that'll be fly ball to right center and makes the catch. 1 out for the Tigers. Mike Clevinger had 7 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. 16 strikeouts with 93 for the 18-8 Padres today. Great stats sheet though, between strikeouts. What's one? Tessa Blanchard? I don't see that bit Sammy Callahan going anywhere. I mean, we haven't seen him on Impact Wrestling since what happened at Hard to Kill. At the Hard to Kill pay-per-view. So it all depends. The Cubbies down 0 for 2. Red Sox 3. Women Athletics 4. Astros 1 in Houston. Pitched by Yates. I do know Sammy Callahan's not coming back to WWE. He's a former Impact World Champion. So I don't see him square rooting another inch right now. I think he's still trying to feel with Eddie Edwards and Elisa Edwards, I think. I don't know. That's no balls, 2 strikes. Makes sign down. There's a couple other members too. At the bottom, big strikeout, second out for the Tigers. And there's a 2 other names that has not been used for quite some time. And that would be Lana. Lana would be 1. You also have another one too. And it also has been announced from Monday Night Raw last night that Charlotte Flair and Asuka will be defending their women's tag titles.
At the plate, Austin Romine.
And that would be ground ball to second. Picks it up defensively, throws the first, and the inning is over. Time to stretch up and ponder up a little bit, guys. So it's now in Detroit. Go to the top of the 9th inning. Padres 4, Tigers 1. 2 up for the Padres. Drake Cronenworth. He had a double, single, homered. He's 3 for 4. There'll be a different pitcher coming in. I mean, like I said, I think Tessa Blanchard would be pretty good on the main roster. If she were to start 1 of 2 guys, I would think it would be It would be NXT. See how that goes. On the mound for this 10-17 Tigers would be Kyle Funkhauser. 5th game appearance, 0-2. 2.61 run average, 14 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Maybe Tessa Blanchard. I think it'd be a big surprise. If he would have win and... Wait a minute, hold up a second minute. St. Basil for Tessa Blanchard. I think it'd be a pretty good match. Silver Cy of the cycle. I think it would be. At this point, I'm telling you. And that would be ground ball to center field. And that would be a single. Single for the Padres. And like I said, I think it would be real interesting how that's going to go through. But it all depends. I mean, whatever spot Tessa Blanchard goes, I think it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, Lana, I think Lana would be 1. Lana and somebody else. Here comes Tommy Pham. He's 0-4 for ground down 7. Runner first, nobody out. As far as the men's Royal Rumble goes, I pretty much still see Daniel Bryan or Keith Lee winning that Rumble. Randy Orton, no. I mean, do you see Randy Orton winning that Rumble, Leon? I mean, for me, I don't see it. I mean, if the Fiend comes back, then there's no chance that Randy Orton's going to win that match. Which I don't think he is. I have heard that Seth Rollins is going to be making this return. Now, Rollins should be pretty good. I mean, it's just that we haven't seen Seth Rollins since before the end of last year when he had a feud with Murphy one time. That's a ground ball to right. And that's a single for the Padres. So it is makeup? Oh, okay. Now with a 9-game hitting streak. Yeah, it's pretty much stupid makeup just to cover his ass a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. It all depends. I mean, do we see Randy Orton winning? I for one don't. I hope not. I mean, I do know Seth Rollins is going to be making a good return. Man, Masado's 1 for 4. First and second, nobody out. But it would be a little more interesting how it plays out, though. 0-1. And that'll be a ground ball back to the mound. Throws the first one out for the Padres. Runners first goes to second goes to third. So we'll see what happens there. That'll bring up Trent Gresham. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 2 runs. Second and third, nobody out. That's why I say 1 out. As there will be an intentional walk. Wait a minute, I don't know what happened there. It's an average of 50 with RISP. Trying to see if someone's going to make an intentional walk a little bit. I'm not real sure.
No one warming up in the pen. He's in trouble right now. He knows it. Can he right the ship and stay composed?
As the manager for the 10-17 Tigers wants to walk this batter. As he walks Gresham for the 18-8 Padres. Here comes Eric Hosmer. 4 downs, 8th inning, 0 for 4. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the pitch. To the left, 1-0. Yeah, Seth Rollins should be making a real good return. Lars Sullivan, I don't know. Maybe, but I'm not going to even try to guess. 2 balls, no strikes. But it'll be a little more extra interesting to see how it plays out. But we'll see what happens. To the left, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Up next is Austin Nola. Batting .236, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs serving in. He is on deck. And that'll be close to the middle, 0-1. 3-1, excuse me. To the right, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, what do you see happening, Leon? I mean, I do know we have a women's tag title match that's been announced as well. That'll be ground ball to close to second. Throws the first again. Second out for the Padres. As it's now 5-1 Padres. Top of the ninth, 2 outs. Second and third for 2 outs. Here comes Austin Nola. 2 singles on RBI. He's 2 for 4. 5-1 Padres. Top of the 9th, 2 outs, 2nd and 3rd. Series finale in Detroit. As the manager for the 10-17 Tigers wants to walk another batter. Any team is trying to make it a little bit easier for themselves. Quite a little bit for Sir. Here comes Circus and Profile, 2 for 4. Bases loaded, 2 outs. At the bottom, first strike. Has an average of 143 with RISP. Double check time. We're still doing a little bit early on time today, guys. Not bad. To the right, 1-1. Foul ball to right, 1-2. I think my pun's up today, I think. After having a good one at the time. Big strikeout. And that's a 3rd out, and the side is retired. We're at the bottom of the 9th inning. Series finale in Detroit. What's up, guys? Padres 5, Tigers 1. Do well for the Tigers will be Victor Reyes, number 22. He struck out in 6th inning. He's 0 for 3. Gets the sign down. Yates from the stretch. And here's the pitch coming along.
Here comes the first pitch.
To the left, 1-0. You guys can always follow me on my 2 apps, guys, Twitter and Discord. Send me out, tweet me out, leave a comment. I'm Zadie Zach Dawson on Twitter. Send me a friend request through Discord. Tell me you guys said hello, and give me your first and last name information through Discord and Twitter. You guys can vote, and last but not least, guys, you guys can vote Alan at 32, Grace Solomon at 13. Yeah, the numbers are 824-65600, the same way at the same time, so we'll see how that's going to lead. Rays 1, Royals 1, and Tampa 2-0.
Now the 2-0.
At the bottom, 3-0. Up next is Stigo Goodwin, batting .268. He is on deck. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch by Yates.
The 3-0.
A foul ball to home base, 3-1. Asheville 7, Athletics 5. And Houston, Mariners 7, Rangers 4, in Texas.
11.
Foul ball to left, 3-2. Yeah, that's true. I'm hoping my love and I can still have an idol this year. Because I have heard this virus might die out soon.
3-2 pitch.
With the vaccines, hopefully. That'd be a ground ball to left, center field, and that would be a single. That's a single for the Tigers. But then again, guys, we'll see what happens, though. As long as we know what we're doing the right way and the correct way. That'll bring up Nico Goodwin. He's 0 for 3 with fly out in the 6th inning. Run out first, no outs. Gets signed down, Yates from the stretch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
And that'll be foul ball to left, 0-1. Reds 4, D-backs nothing in Cincinnati. Whatever would like to go second, perhaps.
He's running.
To the left, 1-1, and he's caught out trying to steal second. That's the first out for the Tigers. As any player tries to get a good attempt trying to steal second base, it only gets thrown out. Cubs 4, Phillies 1 in Chicago. As it tries to get a bit deep inside. That's 1 ball, 1 strike though. Brewers 1, Rockies nothing in Colorado. To the right, 2-1. Nationals 2, Giants 1 in San Francisco. Yeah, I don't know if my pun's coming in this morning. Maybe tonight. For some Bahalo. Foul ball to left, 2-2.
One out, nobody on.
Little extra forward, trying to keep a little more speed behind them.
3
At the
balls
bottom,
and 2
3 and
strikes to the
2.
Tigers' designated hitter.
Up next, it's Samir Candelario, batting 243. He is on deck. Here's the 3 and 2 by Yates from the stretch.
Count is full. Here's the pitch.
Up top, big strikeout. Second out for the Tigers. And the Tigers are now with their final out.
Jeez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing.
As it has a little more of an extra glimpse.
He was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that.
As long as no player tries to get a little bit of a growl on his face or something. What's it 1B? Last chance for the Tigers to beat Samir Candelario. Struck out in 7th inning. He's 0 for 3. At the bottom, 1 strike.
Back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats.
Any player strong mode too, guys, as it should be. No ball, 1 strike. Yates from the stretch.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And this
To the left, 0 and 2, and the Tigers are now down with their final strike. Yeah, my brother Mark is up finally.
Last breath for the Tigers.
Up top, 1 and 2. That's the first ball with 2 strikes.
2 out, nobody on.
Here's the offering by Yates, nods his head. And that's a strikeout, and the Tigers in the series finale are now 10 and 18 of the season. A little bit of a flat-out game, though, as the Padres are now 19 and 8 of the season. Final score 5-1. A little bit of a smart game afterwards, guys, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, there we go. As is, the series finale in Detroit is now in the books. So, let's see if I can get some of the stat sheets real quick, statistics. For the 19 and 8 Padres winning series finale in Detroit, a couple good batters did quite well. Now be Jake Cronenworth. He had a good game, 1 for 5 for home run, double, and RBI. To Gresham had 2 doubles, 2 for 2. Second, Simplify had not that bad of a game, 2 doubles, and RBI, 2 for 5. Will Myers had an RBI. In the series finale in Detroit, for the 10 and 18 Tigers, CJ Cron had a solo shot. It was actually not bad of a thing. Bo Castro had a double. Also, Romine had an 0 for 3 for strikeout, and 2 strikeouts, 0 for 3 for Harold Castro. At least Cron didn't have that bad of a game for it. So the Tigers are now 10 and 18, while the Padres go up to 19 and 8 of the season. The series now in Detroit, 5-1, 14 hits, 1 error, 3 hits, and 1 error. Gonna simulate this real quick. As far as the other teams go, we'll jump into that and then simulate the day off in a few minutes.
It's Monday morning and welcome
There we go. Alright guys, as far as the other teams have, we've got the Blue Jays. As we have the Blue Jays winning by 4 after 9 innings over the Orioles and Baltimore. Final score by 4 runs, 6-2. 12 hits, no errors, 4 hits, and 1 error.
DJ LeMahieu had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish.
Are you guys still in the chat? Let me know. Got about 8 likes. Keep it going, guys.
The Yankees are leading the AL
As good as we can. The running egg and tuba. Pearson was second win. Giles was third save. The Yankees won a good smart run by 1 after good 10 extra innings over the Indians in New York City. Final score of this one, guys, after 10, 6-5. 13 hits, 0 errors, 10 hits, and no errors. Adam Octavino, third win. The Royals went by 2 runs after 10 innings, but that's 2 in the 10th, over the Rays in Tampa. Final score after 10 innings of extra by 2, 3-1. 9 hits, 0 errors, 7 hits, and no errors completed. Harlem was second win, Barrow was ninth save of an odd number. The Pirates squeezed 1 run after 9 over the Dodgers in Pittsburgh. Oh, okay, Leon, what's still you were doing? So what do you think's going to happen at the Rumble? I think Tess Spencer would have a great debut. Going after a men's title, I don't know. It all depends. I do know he's a little extra strong. The way see being Sammy Callahan for the Impact World title, so I don't know. It all depends.
It was their 5th straight.
Depends what he's going to do in NXT, so we'll see what happens there. But we'll see. Final score 2-1, 5 hits together, no errors. Rodriguez was first win. Healer save number 6, even. The Red Sox win a good sort fashion by 3 runs after 9 innings over the Twins in Minnesota. Final score after 9 innings. Final score 3-0 shutout. 9 hits, 0 errors, 5 hits, and no errors. Houck for second win. The Astros win by 2 in a great game after 9 innings over the Athletics in Houston. After 9 innings today, guys, after 9 innings, by 2 runs, final score 8-6. 11 hits, no errors, 9 hits, and 0 errors completed. Davinsky was third win. Presley was ready for save, even, odd number. Odds and even. The Reds are not the only one. They actually won a big game by 9 runs, this only, after 9 innings over the D-backs in Cincinnati. Final score 9-0, 11 hits, 0 errors, 8 hits, and no errors. Castillo was fourth win. Excuse me. The Marlins win by a touchdown by 7 runs after 9 innings over the Redbirds in St. Louis. Stated that as Missouri. Yeah, I think we might be okay if my point comes in tonight. So I don't think it'll be a mistake. Final score is 7-0. 12 hits, no errors, 4 hits, and no errors. Alcantara was third win. The Cubs won a good win by 7 after 9 innings over the Phillies in Chicago. After 9 innings, guys, by 7 runs, 9-2. 13 hits, 0 errors, 4 hits, and 1 error. Mails was second win. I am a creator equals pay it forward, that's right. We watch videos in full, like them, share them, tweet them out, comment, stay connected, never ask for support back in between. I'm still part with James Cox too. It's just that I haven't seen him and I haven't touched base a whole lot, but I do know he's actually doing good. As good as he can with good stuff that we've brought together with them. It's the way it could always have. At this point, the running egg and tuber. So, that's the important thing to look in. The Mariners went by 3 runs in a huge game after 9 innings over the Rangers in Texas. In a great fast game by 9 innings, final score by 3, 12-9. 17 hits, 1 error, 10 hits, and 1 error. Donovan's second win. Munoz second save. The Brewers, after 9 innings, win by just 4 runs over the Rockies in Colorado. After 9 innings, guys, straight, final score 4-0 shutout, 13 hits, no errors, 2 hits, and no errors. Small was first win, Claudio was second save. The Giants win by 1 run slightly after 9 innings over the Nationals in San Francisco. After 9 innings, guys, by 1 run, 4-3, 9 hits, no errors, 6 hits, and 1 error. Brandon was second win. Watson was 11th save. The White Sox won by 3 on the road over the Angels of Los Angeles. After 9 innings, only by 3 runs, 6-3. 7 hits together and no errors. Rodon was second win. Bauman with a sniped save. Excuse me. The Go-Go Mets won by only 11 runs, having 4 runs in the 9th, over the Braves in Atlanta. Making a real quick blowout and sweet. Okay, there we go. 11-0 shutout, 17 hits, no errors, 3 hits, and 1 error. Syndergaard with second win. We'll simulate the day off, see how the other teams are doing. As far as the other teams go, between the day off, guys, not many. We've got the Orioles winning by 1 after 9 innings over the Royals in Baltimore. Final score of this one, guys, 4-3 by 1. 11 hits, 1 error, 9 hits, and 1 error. However, it was very first win.
The Cleveland Indians knocked out
The Reds won by 2 in a slow, short game between lower over the Braves and Cincinnati. Final score, guys, 2-zip. 6 hits together and no errors. Gray with a second win. Bradley with fourth save.
Against the Rangers, 16-5.
Double second again.
The Pittsburgh Pirates pitched well, allowing only 3 hits. As
Oh, wait, there we go. Never mind. We're still doing good. The Blue Jays won by 3 runs after 9 innings over the Red Sox in Toronto. After three runs as we speak, after 9 innings, final score is 6-3. After 9 innings, 9 hits, 1 error, 11 hits, and no errors. Walker was 4th win, Styles was 4th save, even number. The Indians went straightforward by 8 runs over the Rays in Tampa after 9 innings. After 9 innings, final score 8-zip, 12 hits, no errors, 5 hits, and no errors. Beaver was 3rd consecutive win. The Pirates won an excused favorable win by 5 runs over the Cubbies in Chicago. Final score of this one, behind it, 5-0. Shut out, 9 hits, no errors, 3 hits, and 0 errors completed. Carl was 4th win. And a tremendous big win after 11 innings belongs to the Oakland Athletics. Winning by 11 runs over the Rangers in Texas after 9 innings by 11 runs. Final score is 16-5. Guys, look at that, 16-5. 13 hits, 3 errors, 8 hits, and 3 errors completed. Blackburn was 3rd win. The Giants win by 3 runs and a good fast by 9 innings over the Phillies in San Francisco. After 9 innings, final score 4-1, 11 hits, no errors, 6 hits, and no errors. Suarez was 2nd win, Watson was 12th save, an even number. And the Padres win by 4 runs over the Cardinals in San Diego. Final score, guys, for 6-2. 11 hits, no errors, 8 hits, and 0 errors completed. Zach Davis was 3rd win. So the Tigers are now 10-18. Okay, guys, the next time you guys will see baseball, Saturday. Baseball will be back this Saturday. Let me double check out the other schedules real quick. Yeah, I'm double checking out the stuff real quick. There we go. We got guys. Baseball will be back Saturday morning. And then you guys will have a new episode of Spider-Man Miles Morales every Saturday and Sunday. So baseball will be with Spider-Man this Saturday. So until Saturday morning, it'll be the 10-18 Tigers traveling to New York to take on the 20-9 in a 3-game series, the 20-9 New York Yankees. So in Game 1 in New York City on Saturday morning, guys, on the mound for the 10-18 Tigers will be Matthew Boyd. This is for Saturday morning, guys. Matthew Boyd has a 2-1, 1-loss record, 24 strikeouts for 2.57 around average. And also in Game 1 in New York City, on the mound for the 20-9 Yankees will be Delvi Garcia. 4-1 record, 35 strikeouts, 2.76 around average. And also for Saturday morning, guys, other teams, real quick. We've got the Royals taking on the Orioles and Baltimore. I don't know if there's the same saying between the rhymes, but pretty much 2 different things on them between the words. Jacob Junis, 2-1, 4.39 around average versus Stewart for 3.67 around average. The Reds host the Braves in Cincinnati. Soroka, 2-3, 3.62 around average versus McHale with a great 3-0 win-loss record with a 3.26 around average. Well, again there, guys, here we go. Blue Jays host the Red Sox in Toronto. Rodriguez, 2-1 for 6.89 around average versus Ray with an 8.41 around average. The Indians visit the Rays in Tampa. Zach Plesac, 4-1 for 3.43 around average versus Snell for 6.04 around average. The Marlins host the Mets in Miami. Stroman 1-2 with 2.37 around average versus Yamamoto for 3.81 around average. That's what the ERA stands for, guys, around average altogether. The Pirates take on the Cubs in Chicago. Brubaker 1-1 for 6.91 around average versus Jose Quintana with a perfect 3-0 win-loss record on the mound for the Cubs with a 1.29 around average. Completed all in for sure. Nationals take on the Brewers in Milwaukee. Phil Corbin 1-2 with a 4.44 around average, 3 numbers, versus Hauser with 3.95 around average. The Athletics take on the Rangers in Texas. Mania 0-1, 0-4 with a 5.13 around average versus Cody with a 7.36 around average. We're almost getting there as good as we can, guys, during the group. Astros take on the D-backs in Arizona. Valdez 2-1 for 2.45 around average versus Bob Gardner for 2.70 around average. The Rockies host the White Sox in Colorado. Matt Kopech 1-3, 7.66 around average versus Gray with a 6.26 around average. Between the numbers and the lines. The Phillies take on the Giants in San Francisco. Arita 0-1 with 5.32 around average versus Webb for 1.83 around average. The Angels take on the Mariners in Seattle. Let me double check once again, one more time there. My content's been pretty good, guys. The running egg and tuber. I never saw that between comments. Between work and you guys in the chat during the group. But it's all good. Turan 0-1 for 6.39 around average versus Gonzalez for 1.88 around average. Between the good numbers even. The Twins take on the Dodgers in Los Angeles. Smoltzer 1-2, 7.52 around average versus Buehler for 3.60 around average. And the Padres host the Cardinals in San Diego. Hudson 0-5, 7.48 around average versus Paddock for 2.45 around average. So baseball will be back on Saturday morning, guys. We're going to do standings real quick. We're going to start with the American League Central, guys, as it stretches a little bit with execute and a bit converging between how the other teams have good win-loss records, a little under average below it. So here we go, guys. American League Central. We have one win for the 9-12 Indians, one loss for the 18-11 Twins. And there's also one win for the 16-13 White Sox, only home by 2 games, and one loss each, as you guys can see. For the 14-14 Royals and 10-18 Tigers, only home by 4 games. Of the 14-14 Kansas City Royals, it's still early. Between good seasons, guys, still a young adult season. In American League West, 5 consecutive good wins. 15-5 at night, 9-3 away as a road team, and 13-3 at their home stadium. And that one, guys, belongs to the 22-6 Houston Astros. We also have one loss for the 19-9 Angels, so by 3 games. Not bad between this team itself. 3 wins themselves, and that would be the 16-14 Mariners. 1 win for the 8-22 Athletics, and 4 consecutive losses, sadly, between that division. And that would be the 5-23 Texas Rangers. Around the National League East, 4 consecutive wins, 8-2 at day. And 10-5 is an away team, which is actually a good record. And that goes to the 16-12 Marlins. 2 losses each for the 15-16 Braves and the 14-15 Philadelphia Phillies. 1 loss for the 13-14 Nationals. And 1 win, getting the 10th win of the season, is the 10-18 Go-Go Mets. Only trailed by 3.5 games. And the National League Central, almost close, but a little more despite the teams. As it shows, 1 loss for the 20-9 Cubbies. Coming in a little more often, it's 2 wins for the 17-11 Reds, 11-18 Pirates, and the 10-18 Brewers. And falling apart with 7 losses, guys, only 1-2 games out of 10, is a 9-20 Cardinals. And that's the League Central. And the National League West, a little more great forward, but the teams are still in a great momentum. And that would be 1 loss for the 24-4 Dodgers, 2 wins in a row between the 20-8 Padres coming up by 4 games, 2 wins for the 14-15 Giants, 1 loss for the 13-15 Diamondbacks, and 2 losses for the 10-17 Colorado Rockies. Last but not least, guys, real quick, then we'll be done. 2 wins in the American League East for the 20-9 Yankees, 1 loss for the 16-15 Boston Red Sox, 2 losses for the 14-16 Rays, so by 1.5 games, 1 win for the 10-18 Orioles, and 2 wins, guys. 2 wins for the 8-21 Blue Jays. We're going to be done in just a moment, guys, as soon as I save, and I'll tell you guys what's going to happen tonight. That's much better. Keeping strength on him. Alright, guys, that's going to be a wrap for me this morning. I will be back tonight. As you guys already know, we're going to be doing, you guys are having a new episode of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You guys are having that tonight, and then tomorrow's Wednesday, so tomorrow morning Valhalla, and then Black Ops Cold War will have a new episode Wednesday night, between an hour and 25 to an hour and a half. Valhalla is always every Tuesday and Wednesdays of an hour and 35 minutes each. So Valhalla will be tonight after, because I don't go live in the afternoons. So, until then, guys, you too, Leon.